embedded in my mind like a memory. Loving you was killing me, so free is what I choose to be. Living fast and smoking weed, trying hard to try to be everything you wanted, even though that's what I'll never be. Killing me, seeing you without the slightest care about it all. That's why every time I fall, I hesitate to stay involved. I be slipping, hoping for the best, but no, I'm tripping. Wish I could do it all again, but time is now and that was then. I hope you feel me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third episode of our True Interview. I am your host, True African Will, alongside my co-host.
What's up? My name is Jalisa.
Today we have a very special guest. She's from Buffalo, awesome artist and everything. So ladies and gentlemen, Devin.
It's just Devin.
Devin?
Yeah.
Devin.
Oh, man.
You can say Devin, but for the record, my name is Devin.
Just that?
How you say it, Devin.
Just Devin?
Yeah.
Okay. So when do another one now? How about that?
No, you ain't got to.
All right, cool. So how's your day today, Dev?
My day was really good.
Okay.
How was your day?
My day was pretty good, man. I was like running around like crazy today because I had to prepare for this interview.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
To prepare, okay.
Yeah, you got you. I can't just have you come
I
in.
was prepared too. I had to bring a change of clothes and everything. It was real this morning.
For real. And then after this, I gotta go back to Buffalo actually because my friend's coming from Long Island. He's coming for Fresh Fest.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
snap.
All right, it's not be a
We're making
weekend.
a trip. Okay.
But that's another one though. So what's up, man? What's new? How you been?
I've been really blessed.
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah.
She ain't say nothing the whole time.
She just came back from doing a show, just blowing it up, right? How many people were there in Steel Hall in Fredonia last week?
It's like 100. No, it's like 2.
It was like a good 400, 500 people by the end of the night. By the end of the night, I would say I saw anywhere between. I know they said they sold at least 400. So if they trickled in, but when it really like came time for the headliner, it was heads up in there. So maybe my numbers is off, but I know it was hundreds of people in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I saw it on my Snapchat story. Like it was literally a lot of people.
It was a lot. If you look at the picture that I posted, you'll see the chunk of the crowd that I performed for, and it was some heads. Like it was significant rows of people. So it was a good turnout.
But guys, we're gonna get into that a little later on. So right now we're gonna start with you. So tell us where your background. Where you from?
What's your story?
Yes.
My story, I don't know.
What's your story?
Story's still in progress. We're on like chapter 1 right now in my life. I would hope. I don't want to die tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So my story is just in the beginning stages, just getting good. I'm from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing music my whole life, but I just started doing it professionally as of 2014. That's when my first video dropped, and so for me, that was when I first publicly came out and said, "Yeah, I'm out here." So I've been blessed ever since the first video.
Okay, so you were born in Buffalo. So like, well, what age did you start? Like, you pick up that pen, like, hey, this is like I got to write a bar, and you kind of fell in love with that. Like, what was your first sentence? Like, hey, this is what I need to do. This is what.
Oh well, I have been writing songs since I was like, maybe as young as 11. And then when I became like a teenager, like I would say like 16, 17, that's when I really started to write songs. Like they had content, they had lyrics, they told a story, but I was always singing. It wasn't until 2012 that I started writing bars, and that was because I began the 11th hour. The 11th hour was a period of my life where I was going through, it was like the coming of age phase for me, anywhere between like 22, 21 to like 23, 24, I was going through a real significant evolution, and I documented that in the 11th hour. So once I wrote Mind of a Mad Woman, I just kept writing bars.
Where did your inspiration come from?
My inspiration, it's funny.
I started writing because my teacher suggested it. She told me she thinks I have a lot to say. So like, did anyone ever like see that gift and try to pull it out of you? Did you like see other people writing and you're like, can I try that? Or like,
I think I was the first person to see something in me and want to look into it a little bit closer. Growing up, I was blessed with a family that would take the time to invest in the things that I was interested in. So when it came time for me to really be interested in music, my mom would buy me any CDs that I wanted. You know, she bought me my first boombox. She bought me my first, I think she bought me my first iPod. iHome, like she was the one that really, she paid for my voice lessons. So she really supported me in my journey to just, I guess, get involved with music. She got me piano lessons and things like that. But ultimately, it was me that said, yo, you dope. You should actually try to do something. And I was inspired You know, to think that a girl that looked like me could be something, I got that inspiration from TLC.
Yeah.
So I feel like ultimately I was the one that decided that I was gifted.
That's huge. I definitely respect that about that. The fact that you actually have like parents that actually like support what you're doing.
Yeah, my parents really do.
Because we got a lot of kids out there like they want to pursue certain things, but like the income's not there, or like nah, you need to do this, be a doctor, be a lawyer, or whatever. You know what I mean? The fact that they just kind of pursue you like yeah, music's what you need to be doing. That's very huge.
And it's crazy because honestly, my parents weren't well off. You know, they just never let me feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So we wasn't balling, but for some reason, somehow, some way, my parents always made sure that if it was something that I was really passionate about, they would make it work. And you know, a lot of parents can't do that, but I'm just blessed to say that mine did and could. So
That's huge. What about as far as like fashion wise? Because like I know they support you as far as like music wise, instruments, and everything. What about like fashion? If you want to go buy like the latest stuff, it was the same way as well.
no, I had to buy my own clothes.
Okay.
I had to pay for my own school supplies. I had to take care of myself, but they took care of me. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
of course.
my parents were there to keep me moving forward, but I took care of my little expenses. Like I had Jordan collection, and I bought all of them. Not even playing. I had a job as soon as I was 14 and could get working papers. Like I had 2 jobs that summer. So
What was your job, by the way?
I did Mayor Summer Youth, where I worked across the street from my house at this elementary school. I think I was with like pre-K or like first graders, and then I also did DSW.
Hey.
Yeah, and I babysat. Before I did DSW, I babysat for like 40 hours a week. It was real. It was real.
So was it tough like having all that balance, like working and then at the same time go to school?
No, because I was young. I was getting bread. I was like,
Usually you're
I'm
not,
out here getting money
yeah.
and I got J's. Like back then my brain was this big. It was like, I got J's. What are you talking about? I'm chilling. So no, I was never stressed.
So what was high school experience for you in
It was
Buffalo?
smooth. I had a good time. I was really low key, but I was well unknown. Hence the Snapchat. I was well unknown. Everybody knew me, but ain't nobody know me. You know,
Like they knew off you?
Yeah, like you always see me floating around just looking smooth, but you don't know what is going on. Like, who is she? Why are you dressed like that? Why are you so damn smooth? Like, people knew who I was, but they didn't know anything about me. And I like the mystery of that. So high school was smooth for me.
Oh, okay. So
What about your siblings? Are you surrounded by music lovers in that aspect? Like family members, cousins?
Well, my siblings, my older sister, she's 5 years older than me, and she was definitely somebody that introduced me to hip hop for real. She was the one that was bumping Nas when I was like 8, and I was like, "Why you listen to this thuggery?" Like, and my sister's so classy and so well put together, so professional, and just the way she carries herself, she has such a ladylike demeanor. But she was bumping Nas and DMX and Rough Riders and Eve, and I was just like, "What is this music?" But those are the first classic records that I was exposed to. And so she was somebody that influenced me, and also she listened to SWV and Monica and all kinds of different people. And then so that was her. And then my younger brother and sister are 10 and 11 years younger than me, so I influenced them. But my younger sister is very poetic and artistic, so she's put me on to stuff recently. But no, that's not really the dynamic of the music in my sibling circle.
Okay, very impressive. But like I want you to tell people like about Dev, like, you know, because we talk about like how you started out the music with parents helping you and everything. Well, what's your story? Because you said it's gonna be a long one.
My story, I was very insecure all my life. And I love music, but I hated myself. Like when I say I hated myself, I hated myself. Not on a I'm a hurt myself type of level, but psychologically, I always found something wrong with me. I always told myself I couldn't do something. It was just in me to hate myself ever since I was little. Keep in mind, I grew up in the hood, but I went to private school since 2nd grade. So I probably had a lot of little things going on in my little black head, but it was just like, I was very insecure and I love music, but I kind of kept it a secret except for the people that were really, really close to me, such as like my cousin, who was my best friend at the time, or like, you know, my sister, because we're a year apart. And anybody else had no idea I could sing, had no idea how much, like, what kind of music I was listening to. Like, I was like 11 listening to Aaliyah or the Isley Brothers, like listening to the samples of Aaliyah, like, and I was young as hell. But those are the kind of songs I gravitated to. But again, I did not feel that I was good enough to be somebody that could make music. So I got to be about 16, 17, went off to college. I went to Howard University my freshman year of college, and that's when I was like, I was by myself, and I saw that I could really be who I wanted to be, and nobody could tell me it wasn't okay, because it was like, and at Howard it's like everybody want to be somebody, so everybody's unique, everybody's like, I don't give a fuck what you think, so you have the freedom to just be yourself and just try it out. And so at that point, that's when I was like, I'm about to have my own company. But I still didn't want to be an artist. I was like, I ain't cute enough, I'm not sexy enough, I'm not about to be getting naked. Ultimately that changed, but I mean, you grow up to be a woman and you start to love yourself and feel yourself. Like, I don't hate myself no more, so we'll talk about that later. But ultimately, like I said, I gradually got deeper and deeper into the music industry, learned a lot about the business side from managing artists and having my own company, but I just couldn't get rid of the fact that I wanted to be an artist my whole life. I thought that was my calling, and so now that I'm doing it, now that's why I said the story is just getting started, because now I'm here and I'm not scared at all no more.
And you're not stopping at all.
No.
Actually, one of the quotes that I saw off you was like, I'm coming to get what I want. I should have it, as long as I keep working for it.
Yeah.
All right, you like that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so tell us a little more about that.
That quote?
Yeah, that quote. I feel like it's very powerful, because a lot of people like, because we know we're just talking about insecurities and everything, you know what I mean? It's like people like want to do something, but they're afraid to make that approach about it. They have something that's stopping them. You know what I mean? I feel like the fact that you know what you want to do is very powerful, and that thing right there, it sinks to me like very, very well. So kind of elaborate more about that.
I believe that I don't want anything. I attract all things that I desire, as long as my desires are pure. And so I feel like all I have to do is live, and I'll get what I want. I don't have to want anything. It's just naturally going to happen because I'm not blocking it with any negativity. And there's no negative people around me blocking it, because I don't allow that. And so I just feel as though I can do anything. I feel limitless. I feel like, not even that I feel, I just know. I just know that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be exactly the way it's supposed to be. I believe that everything happens for a reason, and I also believe that my life is divinely designed to be extremely beautiful. So I ain't worried. I'm not worried. And that quote basically is me saying, yeah, I'm coming for it. Like, because I know it's coming. I know it's already here. Yeah. And I feel like all you have to do is, it's like you have to strip down the layers. You don't have to put on anything. You just take off the layers, and that's how you put yourself out there. You just reveal yourself. It's not like you have to become something. You're already everything, but you're blocking it by your insecurity. So you strip away the fear, you strip away the doubts, you strip away the insecurities, you strip away negative people, and you are left with a pure self, a fearless self, and that's you. That's you coming out or being put on or whatever, but it's all about you allowing yourself to be everything that you are, not everything that you want to be, trying to be. You are. That's the goal, to understand that.
That's awesome. That's like liberating. Like,
yeah, man, it is. It is.
Where
you should scream, because
it is. It's like chain breaking. Like that. I think that's like that true freedom, like that humans need.
Yeah.
Especially if you're gonna go and like be in the music industry and be yourself and not succumb to all the trends or like what the public demands of you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, guys, listen, we have more conversation that we have to talk to Dev about that, okay? So stay tuned with more True Interview, all right?
We are back with the third season of True Interview. My name is Jaleesa.
I'm Will.
And our special guest, Devin, she's been telling us her story, her motivations, her inspirations right before this, and we're going to get back into it. I want to know, what kind of challenges do you face now? You're just now starting. This is the first chapter. You said it before. What have you overcome to get to this point, and what are you currently facing?
That's a beautiful question. Thank you for asking that question, because it makes me think. I struggle with the same things I've always struggled with. That's loving myself, never doubting myself, and remaining one with God. Those are the three challenges that I think, until I ascend to the highest level, I will always have work to do in those areas, because it's an infinite level to which you can love yourself and be one with God and never doubt yourself, or to have ultimate faith. So I think I'll always be aspiring to be better at those three things, or those three areas of life. But it's also motivating because I see the growth. You know, I give myself credit. So yeah, but That sums it up though, for real, for real.
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, the fact that you love yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you came to that point where like, hey, this is me. Like, it's amazing. Like I idolize that very very much.
It's so important. Like, it's funny because people are like, yo, you know, I'm so inspired that you say you love yourself. Like, nigga, don't you? You don't love yourself? Like, and it's funny, but it's sad because people don't.
Yeah.
And not only do they not love themselves, they hate themselves. Like, people hate themselves worse than any other person could because they know themselves more than any other person ever could. And so we need to make it so that it's not so foreign to love your damn self. Because if you don't love yourself,
who else can?
What are you doing out here? You just out here just
Float.
spewing off toxic, negative ass shit because you just full of hate.
Yeah.
Go purify yourself and then come back outside. Don't bring all that shit because vibes and energy is contagious if others are not fully guarded. And you're not supposed to walk around guarded. You're supposed to walk around feeling like love and good vibes. But then you get this negative ass wasp of a person that just come through and sting the hell out of you like, yo, bruh, fuck you going through? Because people don't love themselves. But once you do, you become so light and good and well.
And you recognize who is around you that actually do love you.
It sticks out. It sticks out.
Because people always wonder, like, yo, why you always happy with him? Like, okay, well, you be sad all the time. Even,
Right.
Even if I'm sad, you're not gonna know it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like whatever you're going through personally, you shouldn't draw that atmosphere around people. You know what I mean? I feel like you just gotta stay within yourself. You know, because we all battle a lot of different demons, but you can't let that affect everybody. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where people get stuck in. You know.
It's about forgiveness. If you can forgive yourself, then you won't feel so consumed by whatever it is, because nothing means you're a bad person.
Right.
So if people would forgive themselves, they would feel better about being okay with themselves. And once they're okay with themselves, they might like themselves. And if they like themselves, they might love themselves. So it's a process, but it begins with you actually believing you're not the worst thing that ever happened to the universe.
It can be done.
It can be done.
It can be done, and it will be done.
I also want to say that you're definitely challenging the gender norms of what a female rapper does look like. We think about Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, and how they're just, whatever style is their style, but they're very sexual with it. And like you said, you're very smooth. Whatever it is, you're talking about your mind. You're talking about things that have substance in your song.
You know, I feel so comfortable. I feel so ready. I feel among good company, among the women who are in the industry right now, whether they're underground or famous, including Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim. But that's just, they're like, your co-workers. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I don't care what you're doing. You're not getting me paid. My work is getting me paid. So I see you, and I see a lot of you, but I'm doing me. So
that's why I feel like in all those on that whole picture, I feel like you stand out because you create your own lane. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people kind of like, they look up to you, but like they're like, wow, this is someone who's different, because you always want to be different. You know what I mean? Like,
you want to be unique.
Huh?
Nobody wants to be different. People want to be unique. People don't like to be different.
Okay.
Being different is scary. So people want to be unique. They want to be, but I got this. But they don't want to be different from the crowd. They want to have the same thing everybody else has.
But just be unique.
But mine is blue. That's all it is. But nobody wants to be different. I mean, a couple people, I want to be different. But I also want to be unique. And I don't want to be different. I know that I am different. And I accept that I'm different. So that's the difference between me and other people. I already know I'm out here on a different level. And other people don't want to embrace that because it comes with a lot of pressure.
And you want to take that pressure. Speaking of lyricists, so how do you feel about like a lot of these artists, rappers that kind of like for example, Young Thug, for example. Like, I can't, besides like the chorus, I don't know what the heck he's talking about.
But he do. He know what he wrote. Maybe it ain't for us to know. Maybe it ain't for us to know. I've heard some songs by Young Thug where I'm just like, bro, I don't know what just happened. And then I hear songs, I'm just like, yo, that joint went hard. I don't know what he's talking about, but that joint went hard. Because sometimes what people fail to realize is black music is about the feeling. So it ain't, in Africa, they was bloop, 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 you know what I'm saying? So they weren't necessarily speaking English, but they knew what they was talking about.
Right.
And at the end of the day, it might have been about the vibrations.
Right.
It might have been about the way the drums hit in sync with the voice. So it might sound like noise to you because you don't speak that language. But other people, like it's niggas that know what he's talking about.
Or you might speak that
Like,
language.
there's niggas that talk like Young Thug, otherwise niggas wouldn't relate to Young Thug. Niggas get high and be like, blah, 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 and they be feeling it. Cause that's a different
It's just like all the different categories. Like you just.
I'm telling you, it's something for everybody. So when I hear stuff, when people say stuff about Young Thug, it's like, yo, but there's people that feel his vibration. Whatever level he's vibrating on, millions of people feel it. And who are we to say that ain't the right vibe to ride? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is good. I would have never expected all of this coming from you. Like,
what you mean?
I don't even know you. I've seen her perform one time in EBC, but there's just so much more. Of course, there's always more to the story than what you see on the surface, but there's just so much more depth than I just expected off of one performance.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm definitely me. I don't know. That's a good thing though.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, perfect. So now, like, I know we got like a few more minutes before she's gonna perform real soon. So, kind of like, so what do you think about like relationships in this era? Because we always be talking about like how relationships are in this era. What's your take on that compared to what it was back in the 80s and 90s?
Well, I wasn't around in the 80s.
But 90s you were.
You tried it, but hell no. But in the 90s, when I was an infant, relationships now are interesting and delicate and so precious. I can only speak for the relationships that I've been in, and I can say that relationships require the same things they've always required. It's not anything different. It's just we live in a different mindset. So I feel like people are lazier, and people feel that they're so, and as they should, people feel so important and so, I guess, but also I feel like people are insecure, which is what makes them stray from the idea of committing to one wholeheartedly. But ultimately, like I said, it requires the same things it's always required: respect, honesty, and love. You know, and all things are encompassed in those. So.
Okay, like the Cosbys, for example. You know what I mean? For example, you have that not a perfect family.
Image of them.
Exactly. Right, how it's supposed to be compared. Like
they
now.
They don't even bother to pretend with us on TV no more. They be like, "This is what y'all look like." Well, I feel you. But those relationships are still going on. Those relationships still exist. It's just not as highly publicized as the ugly ones are.
All the love and hip hop, all that.
We don't even gotta talk about it.
That's another story.
It's just they want to perpetuate the negative stereotypes so that we can look at ourselves in disgust. Even we know when something is ratchet, as we say. That's why we have the word ratchet. And so therefore I feel like, that's just a systematic thing to trick our minds into believing that we don't have love in our lives anymore. But we do. There are people, and I'm sure that if you think hard enough, you can think of one couple that makes you still believe in it, whether it's a friend of yours, your parents, grandparents, great-great-grandparents, uncles or aunts, somebody like. Everybody can think of one couple, and it's sad that it's only one, if that. But I feel like all hope is not lost. There's still people in love out here.
So I'm talking about exclusively on True Interview. So now we have one last performance, actually.
Yes,
okay, can you tell us what you're about to perform right now?
Well, it's gonna be a surprise, actually. So what I will say is it could be something off of my project, The 11th Hour, which is this joint right here. And it's a lot of good songs on here. It's a lot of really, really dope material on The 11th Hour. Or it could be off the new project, because there's a lot of dope material on that project as well. So you gotta stay tuned, because you ain't really got no choice. You're not gonna figure it out.
That's what I'm talking exclusively. All right, so I'm gonna Devin, you need the beat, or are you gonna just go straight up?
I definitely need the beat.
Okay, let's get that beat popping.
Right here we have a tower.
Yeah.
So high, you see the clouds right there. You got a mic coming off the top. It looks like a lighthouse. So instead of a light, it's a mic.
That's a very accurate yes.
Hey.
Let's get it, Jess.
Very intimate, a very special, a very exclusive performance. What do you call your show?
True Interview.
True Interview. Seeing shadows in in my living room, feeling like I'm living doomed. Trying to become better, steady trying to get this cheddar too. Weather blue, mind gray, slavery, my mind states. Maybe I'm about it, maybe dreams have become blind dates. Shadows in my living room, feeling like I'm living doomed. Trying to become better, steady trying to get this cheddar too. Weather blue, mind gray, slavery, my mind states. Maybe I'm about it, maybe dreams have become blind dates. Product of impoverished minds, rise and grind, draw the blinds, time to eat, no time to shine. Broken posture make your queen seem that she ain't got a spine. Pick the price you pay for mine, gifted, godly, intertwined, worthless work till dinner time. Hoping for the best, though never stress, would rather just recline. Dreaming life till death while brilliant words flow through my mind. Blessings combined with what I'm supposed to be. Devils lurking close to me, pray on my progress, tainting the love I've always hoped to see. No focus, reach up potency, my mental diving oceans deep. Floating over coast and only boast to help you notice me. Royal like the soil, under feet that breeds my loyalty. Pray the name of all that keeps me strong and gives me hope to speak. Wanna catch that, you joking. Wanna match that, we smoking. But when a whack rap try to tap dap, I'ma slap back like you choking me. Too attached to the past that we've had no map. Scraps to last us hopelessly, but notions speak like potions. Brewing greatness, most just hope to see. Shadows in my living room, feeling like I'm living doomed. Trying to become better, steady trying to get this cheddar too. Weather blue, mind gray, slavery, my mind states. Maybe I'm about it, maybe dreams have become blind dates. Shadows in my living room, feeling like I'm living doomed. Trying to become better, steady trying to get this cheddar too. Weather blue, mind gray, slavery, my mind states. Maybe I'm about it, maybe dreams have become blind dates. Where do we go? What do we see? Who do we call? What do we need? Shadows. #1. Coming soon. Stay tuned.
Hey, hold up. Quick. Round of applause.
Man, that was beautiful right there.
Thanks, man.
Exclusively on True Interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you notice, even Evan, the camera guy, he was like,
Hey.
Oh, that was very good. That was really, really good. I can't wait for that to drop. So where can they bring it at? Copy
If
that.
you go to www.dev11n.com, you will find that. You can download it. You can also order a physical copy. You let me know and I'll bring it to you or I'll get it to you. But it's available.
And let them know your whole social media. The at.
Everything is DEV11N on Instagram and Twitter. It's an underscore in the beginning. On Facebook, it's just Devin. However, on Snapchat, it's well unknown. Spelled normally, no spaces, but that's where you can find me. But all of that is also on the website, devin.com.
So make sure you check that website out. And I might, after I edit it, I'm gonna put it right there on the our website. Guys, I'm glad you guys tuned into our show today. This is really a special guest. I had to meet you today. You know what I mean? It's been a while. Like, I'm like, yo, I gotta have her on my show. You can't have that. I definitely want to have you come back before semester's over too.
I would love to.
Okay. So we're gonna set it up and make it happen. Any last thing for your fans, or new viewers?
for the people,
Every
for the
single
soul.
person, for the souls.
Ooh.
Every single soul out there that supports me, that sends me positive energy, that sends me love. Thank you. Like, it's been a long journey to get to this point, and it's been because of people who show me love and support that I keep pushing myself to face my fears and be all that I'm destined to be. So thank you to everybody.
Beautiful. Exclusively on True Interview, guys. Well, that's about it for the show. I wish we could stay here more, but we have a lot of things we got to do. So thank you very much for tuning in on True Interview. This is your boy True African Will.
And Jaleesa.
Special guest.
Hey, Devin.
Devin.
All right. Stay tuned. Have a good night, guys.
What he told me, now I'm on it. As secure as the last promise you made. Trying to hold you down, even though you floating away, but I'm paid.